Hey guys, Keenan Beck, EXP, the One Source team. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the economic forecast for 2024. I keep getting this question more and more. I figured I'd do a short little video, explain a little bit about what I'm hearing out in the market and a little bit about what my take is that's happening. Been doing this about 29 years now, since March of 1995, and I've been through a couple different cycles. Y2K, 08, 09, and now we're rolling into what I consider another little market blip, if you will. So the Austin housing market report really does reflect dynamic real estate landscape and shifting trends. That is going to be coupled with a few other things, and the encouragement is there's a lot of signs for potential buyers, right? Good signs. There's a drop in median home prices coupled with an increase in housing inventory that suggests more favorable environment for buyers. This is great, right? If we go back to 2021, buyers were getting their butts handed to them. Multiple offers, go 20% over ask, waive financing, waive appraisal, waive everything under the sun, and they were just constantly getting beat up. Well, now home sales in Austin remain strong despite the continued higher rates. At least that was according to Austin Board of Realtors back in the November 2023 Central Texas Housing Market Report. Basically, the median income price across Austin Round Rock MSA dropped by 8.4% to $424,450 just last month. They suggest that Austin's housing supply is becoming more available at lower price points. Although it remains considerably elevated relative to pre-pandemic levels, really despite the higher mortgage rates, Central Texas housing market has experienced a slight increase in residential homes sold across our MSA, actually rising 0.2% to 2,065 in total. One person that spoke, a really good spokesperson on this is going to be Claire Loosely, PhD, housing economist for Austin Board of Realtors. And basically noted that the elevated mortgage rates are contributing to the declining in home prices and the increase in active listings as homes remain on the market for longer periods of time. Guys, we all know this, right? Interest rates go up, it makes it unaffordable. What happens? People remain where they're at. They don't want to trade up for a higher interest rate, nor do they want to purchase properties. So the current listings that are on the market are taking longer to sell, and the people that have to put their homes on the market are putting those on, increasing, obviously, the inventory. And that's where we're at. So, coming from her quote was, "A rising in mortgage rates reduces buyers' purchasing power. So the moderation in homes and in-home prices helped to offset some of the decline in affordability. However, rates peaked late October and early November, signaling a rise in homeowner purchasing power moving into 2024. Okay, let me tell you what that means. As stuff like that starts to shift, the buying power of buyers starts to increase. When we're at the height of interest rates, sellers have to reduce prices. Why? Because their houses aren't moving, because they're no longer affordable. That is a great signal for buyers to get into the market, make that purchase so they can get the home at a lower price. Therefore, having a little bit higher an interest rate, but hopefully having the ability in the near future to refinance that property into a better interest rate, lowering their payments. So giving the decrease in home prices and the balanced market conditions, now could be a really good time for prospective buyers to explore the housing market. The availability of inventory coupled with the forecast adjustments presents opportunities for those considering buying a home in today's market. Austin's real estate market has shown resilience during economic downturns. Guys, I remember Y2K in 08, 09, everybody called us the bubble, right? And now we are taking a little bit of a dip, and now is the opportunity to jump in. It is really considered one of the more stable markets in the country. Investors really appreciate the market's ability to weather economic fluctuations and maintains its growth trajectory. So investors are still investing in Austin, right? It's a little bit harder for you investors out there to make things cash flow. However, if you're putting a little bit more money down, it could make sense. And we're looking at the future of how stable our market is and the appreciation in the future markets, giving you more equity. So despite some of the areas of the country experiencing monthly price declines, the likelihood of the housing market crash remains very low for 2024. That's just not coming from me, it's coming from several experts out there. In 2024, expect to see home appreciation take a little bit of a step back, but not a plummet. The outlook aligns with what housing market watchers expect. CoAmerica's forecast that the national housing prices will rise 2.9% in 2024. Now look guys, I know that's not 15, 20% increases, but we are going into 2024. This is also an election year, right? So there's gonna be a little bit of instability. There are more people buying right now. We've seen a big uptick in the market. I've actually had to experience a couple different multiple offers when I represented some buyers. So the 2.9, almost 3% appreciation for 2024, I'll take that, especially given what the market was before. You know, buying a house in any market is a very highly personal decision because homes represents one of the largest investments or one of the largest purchases most buyers or most people will make in their lifetime, right? It's really critical so that to be in a solid financial position before diving in. So what I tell a lot of my buyers, and this is what I want to tell you, is use a mortgage calculator. Estimate your monthly housing costs based on your down payment. It's easy to do, there's several out there. But if you're trying to predict what might happen next year, experts say this probably isn't the best strategy. Since we don't have a crystal ball, and neither do I, so many other markets, it's almost impossible to time or predict the market. You really don't know when the market's gonna be at the bottom. Usually when you find out it's at the bottom, it's already passed and it's already on the way up. And let me tell you what happens in those types of markets. As the market starts to increase, sellers then get a lot more confident. As sellers get confident, it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to negotiate the type of offer, the type of deal that you deserve and that you want to get. So really, my best advice is the best time for prospective buyers is really when they find the home they like, the one that meets their current needs now and in the foreseeable future that they can afford. So look, at the end of the day, it's hard to tell would-be homeowners to wait, right, for better conditions. I don't know, I don't have a crystal ball. Is it gonna get better? I don't know. But most often it seems the case that home prices generally keep rising, right? Again, 29 years experience in my lifetime, they've always constantly gone up. Even when they take a small dip, they just skyrocket back up, especially in this market, specifically in our micro market of Austin, Round Rock, MSA. So the goalpost, is to just basically gets further and further away. As prices rise, right, your down payment keeps moving, you have to save up more. And as we get into one of these rough markets where now you're competing with multiple buyers, it puts you really in the worst position possible. So really there's no guarantee that tomorrow's conditions will be favorable. There really isn't. It's worthwhile to really begin building equity and net worth now. So like, again, my advice is if you find the right home and it meets all your criteria now and in the foreseeable future, don't wait, make your move. You can also refinance in the future. So take it from me, it's something you don't want to wait for. If you think it's the right house, do it. If you have any other questions or you want to contact me direct, feel free to DM me or contact me at the information below. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.